Welcome everyone to the Kigs Retro YouTube channel. My name's Kieran, a lot of people call me Kigs, but hence the name. And what this channel is going to be about is collecting PlayStation games from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 2 and hopefully maybe start going into PlayStation 4. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers recently and it's just brought so much nostalgia back to me when it comes to the PlayStation. As you can see, I've got a PlayStation 5, but I've not really been a collector of physical hard copies in a very long time. But I'm going to go back to my roots and start collecting. So I'm going to bring you on the journey. We're going to look at how much it's going to cost. We'll keep a track. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the journey with me. So to kick off this channel, we are going to start off with a PlayStation 3. Now, I recently purchased this a few weeks back. I got it on eBay. I think pricing, if I remember correctly, I was about £35 plus shipping. So I think it just came to under £40. Now, I know it is the smaller memory, but I wasn't that fussed, to be fair. Now, you can let me know if that's a good price. I thought it was actually a very good price for a box PlayStation 3 in really good condition. The controller's all in good nick. It wasn't really scratched much. But yeah, I've been so out of date with pricing. You can let me know in the comments if I overpaid or if you think that's about right. So yeah, that's how we're going to start collecting in the first few videos. There is a PlayStation 2 ordered as well. We'll make a separate video on that. But we're going to kick off with PlayStation 3 because that was my favourite console of all time. Some of my favourite games are on PlayStation 3. So let's go to CEX and see if we can pick any games up on the PlayStation 3. Now you join me in a CEX store in Blackpool of all places. I was down there for work recently and I thought, you know what, let's pop in and see what we can see on the PlayStation 3 setup. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed at first in this store. It didn't really have a great collection on PlayStation 3. But it brought back so many memories when I started seeing a lot of these games. The nostalgia flew back, you know, games from Call of Duty, World at War, Modern Warfare. It was, it was just a fantastic games when I was younger, so it brought back a lot of nostalgia. But again, it just wasn't really a lot there. Now, I did see this Deadpool, and it is on my list to get Deadpool, so I was going to get it, but unfortunately the case wasn't really in the best condition, so I decided to leave it. And that was the case with a lot of the games on Blackpool, which was quite disappointing in that store. They weren't really in the best of cases, they were all quite dirty, and yeah, it just was a bit disappointing. Now, Ghostbusters, again, it's on my list to do, a fantastic game, but again, it was cracked at the bottom. I don't know if you could see that in that video there, but yeah, a bit disappointing there again, because I would have picked it up for the collection. Now, Lord of the Rings Conquest, definitely on one of my lists, because I absolutely love the franchise. I love the old PlayStation 2 games. They were fantastic. And LA Noire, another one that I picked up there, another fantastic game, classic. I remember when that came out. It was brilliant. So yeah, so I can see a lot of people collecting essentials and on a lot of YouTube, but I was going to pick up the Toy Story 3 essentials game that you'll see in a wee second here. But again, the case was all cracked at the bottom and it was just such a disappointment, because again, that's another game I would have probably picked up because it is definitely on my list. But yeah, let's get back to the room and see what we picked up. And we are back. So yeah, that was a good time down in Blackpool. Now, that is one of the benefits of me working in a job where I get to travel around the UK. I will be getting to see a lot of different CEXs and independent game stores, and you will be a part of that journey as well. But yeah, a wee bit disappointing with Blackpool. It was quite a small store range. The condition wasn't really great. A lot of the games are just in really bad, dirty condition. You know, you'd open up and it looked like it's just been left in a cupboard growing dust and mould, and it wasn't really in the best condition, and I was a bit disappointed because I thought they would at least clean it. Now, I do understand that these games are very old and stuff like that, but yeah, some of the games are just in really bad nick. But I did pick up games when I was there to add to the collection. I just gave them a bit of a clean when I got back up. So starting off, the first game is Medal of Honor. Now, this game, I remember when this came out, it was, I remember playing the campaign, and it was absolutely brilliant. I was always a big, massive fan of the Medal of Honor games. You know, played that prior to really Call of Duty, and yeah, absolutely loved it. And this game was definitely on the list for getting the what games I wanted for the PlayStation. So yeah, £1.50. I thought, what an absolute bargain. I did get back up. You know, it does have the manual. Disc is in really good condition. Just gave it a bit of a clean, and yeah, all good on that one. Now, the next game I feel is not really the best in the collection. However, is Batman Arkham Origins. Now, I remember playing this, and I did think at the time it was probably maybe the weakest one out of the franchise. But again, it's got to get added to the collection, because the whole series in the Batman series is brilliant. The graphics is great, and I just wish that actually more games kind of came out like that, a bit like the Spider-Man for PlayStation 5. I wish they would bring out a new Batman one. But yeah, another one to add to the collection. As you can see, manual as well, really good condition. Games in good condition. So yeah, I was happy with that. So that's £6. So £7.50 spent already. Now, next one is a game that I've never played, but I wanted to add it into the collection, and it is Transformers the game. Now, I was always a big fan of the movies, but I was never really got involved in the games. But a lot of people said it's alright, it's, you know, it's just one of these games, it's kind of good to add to the collection, but gameplay is not really the best. So I think that's a game I would definitely look forward to trying, because as I said, I'm a fan of the movies. But again, this game was in really bad condition when I got it. I had to give it a really good clean. But the manual, at least, is actually in quite good condition. The disc isn't great. There's not many scratches at the back. So, yeah, another one to add to the collection, £4. So, again, that's the really good thing about PlayStation 3 at the moment. The games are so cheap that it is a great time to start the collecting. Now, the last game I picked up in this store, as you'll probably see in the video, was Lord of the Rings Conquest. Now, as I said, I'm a massive fan of the Lord of the Rings franchise. I absolutely loved the game on PlayStation 2. One of my favourite, I think my favourite was the Two Towers. And I remember playing this game when it came out, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. I spent hours and hours on it, and I thought, when I'm doing this collection, this is definitely got to be added onto it. So yeah, so that was the Blackpool CEX, and we've got 4 games to add to the collection. It's a great start, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and saying what game I should really try and focus on, what games are you collecting on the PlayStation 3, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have fun.